what a reveal. Brodie Lee is the Exalted One, formerly known as Luke Harper. We even saw a little shot of Vince McMahon during that promo. Like Bob Ruski said in the chat room, kind of some flashbacks of his older days with the light bulb hanging above his head. A lot of good stuff during that reveal. And
shucky ducky.
Oh, we got a hype train going. Everybody, there
Damn,
you go.
the White Ranger joined AEW.
Appreciate that. We have a bit, what is it, a hype train? Never got one of those. Appreciate that. If you guys drop bits or subs, you get some more emotes in the chat room. Appreciate you guys. And thank you, Steven2411, for the sub for 5 months in a row. Appreciate that. Now, we've heard a bunch of people name Matt Hardy. We've heard Lance Archer before he debuted a couple of weeks ago. And we've heard Brodie Lee. Brodie Lee has been one of the high guys that a lot of people have thought this would be the guy that joins the Dark Order. What did you think, Dave, of the debut or reveal of Brodie Lee tonight? I thought it was fantastic. A lot of people in the chat room thought it was as well. I'll get into some of the comments here in just a minute. But what did you think of it?
At first, I'm like, okay, they need to tease this longer because this is what they're doing. They're going to hold it off for a live crowd reaction and stuff like that because it would have made more sense to do it that way to kind of push this back, and they didn't. I think it was a mistake not to push it back to make it where you have to have that live crowd, and they should have played this out longer. But that being said, when they did the video and stuff, I'm sitting here thinking that's Christopher Daniels. That's what my exact words. I'm like, that's Christopher Daniels up there on the screen. He's going to be the fallen angel again. That looks just like a version of a coat that he used to wear in TNA. I mean, it was like, okay, this is Christopher Daniels all the way. And then the reveal of, I thought it was like Christopher Daniels and he beats up Kazarian, and that's how you do it. But no, it was Brodie Lee, or a.k.a. Luke Harper, everyone knows him as. But yeah, it was a nice reveal. Good to see. He looks different. His promo was good, but he always cut a pretty good promo, I thought. So I'm not really surprised about that. But I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a great reveal, and I'm curious, and I'm more interested. I'm still not completely sold at him as a dark character, though. He seems more of like a country boy, type deal. Like with the Wyatt family we used to get all the time. But we'll see what happens. I was expecting someone more darker. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens going forward.
Thank you guys so much for the bits. Holy moly. Thank you guys very, very much. Appreciate that. We're almost there. 86%. Almost there. Brodie stole one of the Miz outfits, and it was awesome, says Bill. Let's get to some of these comments in the chat room, because a lot of them are really, really good. I like the small callback to his WWE days with the lights. I don't know if any of you noticed, said Babaruski. He spoke more here than his entire... Thank you. Wow, we hit the... Thank you, guys.
Fuck this shit.
Thank you, Gainikin, so much. Thank you, guys, so very much for those bits. Appreciate that. Ian Dunn said he spoke more here than his entire WWE run, and Vince wanted a southern accent gimmick. LOL, LOL, LOL. Beef Stew says, this motherfucker talks. Thank you, guys. Wow. Appreciate that, man. You guys are coming in hard with the bits tonight. Thank you. AEW has brought out quite a few new talented folks to the roster for us in March, says Sinister. AEW says that was an amazing reveal. Going from his spooky voice and perfectly transitioning to his real voice, simply amazing. I hope he keeps the jacket. Oh my god, I love it, says Bobaruski. Speed says, only thing I didn't like about this was that his robe looked like something The Miz would wear, but I'm nitpicking. I loved all the old hints to the Wyatt family, says Dpar28. Ian Dunn says, was that old man line a jab at Vince? It absolutely was. What's up, Shinius? Appreciate you coming in here, checking this out. Thank you very much. Steven2411 says, out of touch, old man. Nice for him to mention Vince. What is this from Ryan Satin that you posted here? I'll read that here in just a minute. The talent in WWE are not given freedom to express themselves and grow, says Sinister. We knew it had to either be him or Matt for months, so it took the piss out of it. Thank you.
7/5 Meltzer.
Appreciate that, Gainicus. You will be getting a shirt at the end of the month. You hit the bit limit for getting a shirt at the end of the month. Appreciate that very, very much. I have to get your information. What else here? Richie Vargas says it's like Sami Callihan yesterday. Everyone knew it was him, but that debut fucking sucked. They've already been teasing it for so long, though. I think I had to do it now, or people were going to get irritated with the whole storyline. When he did the old clothesline, but started out about to do the Sister Abigail, said D-Part. Here's what I think, Dave.
Give me what I want.
Thank you, Bill, for those bits. Appreciate that. I think I missed one more. Brodie Lee. Brodie Lee is very serious. He's finally leading a faction, says Noob. Full Funhouse Skeleton says AEW will take anything that smells of WWE. I know you'll love that comment there, Dave. Appreciate that, Richie Vargas. Now here's my question for you, Dave. You said they should have waited a little bit longer and have it in front of a live audience. But here's the question. Here's the thing, Dave. We don't know when we will see a live audience back in AEW or the WWE. So I think that's why we saw Matt Hardy show up tonight, and I think that's why we saw.
Do you think he did everything tonight because they don't know if they're even going to be on next week?
Absolutely. That's the only reason why I would think they went all out tonight with the debuts of both Matt Hardy and Brodie Lee, because they don't know if they're going to be back next week, and it's better to do this now. Get some buzz, get some people talking, that if somehow, some way they're not able to go live next week, I think fans will still be kind of okay with that. And hopefully they'll be live next week, because that would be very heartbreaking for a lot of wrestling fans, because Wednesdays are a lot of wrestling fans' favorite night of the week. I think a few people figured it was actually Brodie when Lance showed up with Jake, said Bob Ruski. I think you are right about that. I think them debuting Lance kind of, you made it figure out it's either going to be Matt or Brodie, because when they go live again, they'll bring out the revival, says D-Part. I don't know about that. Former WWE guys now in AEW: Pac, Jericho, Moxley, Cody, Dustin, Hardy, Brodie Lee, Hager, Spears, says Spears.
What about Did you say Jericho?
He did not. Yeah, he did say Jericho. SC Ball says coronavirus era greater than PG era. Jeez. WWE Mark shitting on this. If Vince used his talent better, maybe they wouldn't leave. Would you rather have them used correctly or rot away in catering? Get real, says Ian Dunn. Brodie Lee showing he's not a one-trick pony. It's refreshing. We're probably not getting a live crowd until August. Show must go on. You can't hold back storylines because you think you'll get a big pop for the crowd.
Well, that's what everyone's saying that WWE should be doing, holding back for all these storylines and not doing WrestleMania.
Glad to see ex-WWE guys having a place to work and retirement. Oh, wow.
TNA 2.0.
Jesus. Oh, come on now, Dave.
That's all. Every time a WWE guy got released, they went to TNA.
Everybody enjoy the hype train emotes, everybody. It's not like the majority of the roster came from WWE, says Beef Stew. There is zero excitement from WWE, so perfect time for AEW to go all out. Yeah, I mean, it's just good to do it now, because you don't know when you'll be able to do it again. They really made it seem like tonight may not, they may not be live.
If they don't do a show next week, they're going to lose a lot of their audience. They have to find some way to put a show on next week.
It depends on what WWE does, We've heard Vince doesn't like to be doing this in front of no audience, so we might get another fucking same thing. We don't know. We don't know what we'll get next week. And that's the scary part with this whole Corona shit, that this shit has everyone pretty much on lockdown right now. And it's crazy. It's really crazy. Out of everyone in AEW, Darby, Hangman, and OC are the only former WWE talent that are stars. What? Darby was a former WWE talent?
You said out of everyone who's not WWE.
Oh, out of everyone who's not. Okay. I must have read that wrong.
Darby and Sammy are the only ones.
A good 70% of them are, says Truth and Loyalty. If I missed out. If the show doesn't get them to 1 million, will they ever get there again? I would think they hit 1 million this week. Doesn't like doing it with no audience. WWE crowd's dead as fuck weekly, says Pain Jock. God damn. Why does Dave want AEW to fail so bad? I say we all picket his house and protest in front of his home.
How did I say I want AEW to fail? When did I say that?
Laters, Richie. Have a great night tonight, man. Be safe out there. I mean, NXT probably lost way more tonight again. Remember the other time they took days off, said Bobarooski. And then you got those big debuts tonight. It's, Jungle Boy is another one. Luchasaurus, MJF by far. Yes, MJF, absolutely. And Orange Cassidy. You have to throw an Orange Cassidy in there too, Dave, right? He's a star in AEW. I mean, he was going to be on ESPN today.
He is?
Well, he was scheduled to make an appearance on the Kaylee Nolan show. I don't know how big that is on ESPN, but she was supposed to be on it.
I thought it was on ESPN Plus.
Plus, regular, who gives a shit? What about Guevara? He actually wrestles on like pockets, says Full House Skeleton.
Thank you.
Sammy is a star. Vince doesn't like empty shows, but is still doing WrestleMania the same way. Next WWE superstar to show up at AEW, who you got? I'm going Revival. Revival. Absolutely the Revival. There's no other guy that I could think of right now that's going to leave the WWE and be on AEW.
Contract to go to AEW.
Whack, whack.
Yeah, don't forget about Sammy,
Man, that's
aka
the only one I
Dollar
can think
Store
of.
Eddie Guerrero.
Dollar Store Eddie Guerrero. Never heard that comment ever. Rusev maybe, but you would have to think he would have some type of clause, and they'll do something to Rusev or they'll add more time. But yeah, I could see the Revival going. I think a lot of AEW haters aren't AEW haters, just don't like the fact that everything AEW does, something WWE has to be mentioned or shat on, shat one in some way. Yeah, shat on in some way. Yeah.
If you don't like everyone in AEW, they hate you and say you want AEW to fail.
Yeah, I can understand.